Welcome to a virtual tour of Joshua Tree National Park. Our first stop is the south entrance, where we will be discussing parts of the atmosphere before entry to the park. To start, we know that Joshua Tree is a desert. As we look around, we might notice how dry it is or how there is very little vegetation. There are two things that contribute to Joshua Tree's qualification as a desert. First, the park is located at around 33 degrees north latitude. Globally, around this latitude, there are subtropical high-pressure belts where dry air from the equator migrates and moves down to the surface of Joshua Tree. As the air moves down, it compresses and warms up since the molecules are so compact and start to rapidly move. This causes clear and sunny skies, which we see here. Second, Joshua Tree receives a lot of insolation due to low cloud coverage since the high pressure means very little precipitation. Combined, these factors make Joshua Tree an arid climate, or in other words, a desert. Now we will examine the hydrosphere of Joshua Tree. You may notice that there is very little water, which is part of why there's little vegetation. Something that contributes to this lack of water is orographic lifting. Orographic lifting is a mechanism by which rain forms. Warm air from the Pacific reaches the windward side of the San Jacinto Mountains, which are west of the park. When air hits the mountain on the windward side, it accelerates upward and condenses into clouds. However, this means that anything on the other side or leeward side of the mountain does not form many clouds. This leaves Joshua Tree as a rain shadow area, meaning that it has very little rainfall. We were just at the Lost Palms Oasis Trail. Now we are visiting Arch Rock, investigating the lithosphere of the park. This rock is an intrusive igneous rock that is around 30 feet high. This means that many years ago, this rock was molten rock which cooled beneath Earth's surface and formed granite that started to crack once it cooled. Erosion sculpted the arch along the cracks, which gives this rock its unique shape. We are at our last stop, the Lucky Boy Loop Trailhead, to examine the biosphere of Joshua Tree National Park. While Joshua Tree is an arid climate, there are still a variety of organisms that inhabit the area. The animals that live here are species that have especially adapted to the climate through evolution. Certain genetic variations of these species have been the ones to successfully reproduce in this climate, which allows those of its own kind to reproduce for generations. This marks the end of the virtual tour. I hope you enjoyed and I hope you found it informative. Thank you.